Hello and welcome back. In this video I will show you a very convenient tool that allows you to divide the Excel window into several sections that can be scrolled independently of each other with the help of this tool. Excel simply changes how our table is displayed in this window, thereby making it easier for us to work with tables if in this, of course, there is a need. That is, Excel doesn't change the actual data in any way, but instead changes the way your Excel window looks. This tool is somewhat similar to the one that allows us to fix arrays, which we talked about in one of the previous videos. If you have not necessarily seen this video, look. The tool that I will show you today is also very convenient, especially in cases where you have a table with a large amount of data. And you, for example, want to compare some data from the top of this table with the data from the bottom. Without this very convenient tool that I will show you now, we will have to constantly scroll the table up and down to look and possibly compare the values in each column. Let me copy this table and make it a little bit bigger, that you would see the difference. Okay, that's enough. For example, to compare the quantity, price, and location of some products from above and below, for example, up here, peanut butter, and with the last entry of onion for example, with some name apples. Yes, I would like to compare the rows 3, 4, 5 with the rows 47, 46 and 45. Let's see, I want to see the date. Okay, when I do this scrolling, you can pay attention that here I have a scroll bar that I can drag up or down with the mouse to scroll my tables accordingly. Now, how to make the process of comparing the highest and lowest record easier? We can select some line, for example, starting from where we want to visually divide this table. Let's say the row number 12. Then I need to go to the View tab, and here in the section called Window, click on the Split button. As you can see from the prompt, it is written here that this button will split the window into several areas that can be scrolled independently of each other. I click here and visually nothing has changed, except that I got a big gray bar here that separates row 11 between 12. Pay attention to the right side of the window where there was one scroll bar. I have two of them from above. Here is one and here is one below. Look what I can do. I can scroll up and down the upper part here, and the same way I can scroll up and down the lower part here. I can see the same data in the lower part that is, and I can see the same data in the part above. For example, 47, 46 lines, and here 47, 46. Okay, perfect. When I select a certain segment of a lower section, for example this one, it is automatically selected in the upper section. It is convenient for visualizing data and for analysis. And now if I want to compare, for example, the parameters of orange juice, for example, I can screw it up so that I have a visible line number 41. It will be in orange juice and the upper section. Okay. I can easily visually compare the values, date, quantity, price, and so on. Of course, it is possible. The advantages of such screen separation for a table with 20 rows are not very noticeable, but if you have a table with hundreds or thousands of records, then this tool will be quite convenient. So let's continue now. If you want to change the place of division between sections, you can move the cursor to this gray division line, click on it with the left mouse button and drag it up or drag it down, and when you release it, the division of the screen will move to the position where you dragged this strip. Pay attention once again that the actual data in this table has not changed anyway. Only the appearance of the window has changed. The next moment, when you no longer need this split screen, you can simply double-click on the dividing line and it will disappear. Next, you probably already guessed that if we can split the Excel window horizontally, then we can do it in a similar way but vertically. For this, we need to select a column. For example, this one, Preference, in front of which we want to add a separator, in this case a vertical separator, and press the button again, Split. Okay, and here you can also scroll left to right, and the same you can do in another segment. This is useful for a situation when you have a lot of columns and you maybe want to compare the first column to the last one. Good. Now I will remove this line by double-clicking on it. Okay. And we'll show you another feature. Next and last way of distribution, this is to divide this window not into two sections horizontally or vertically, but into 4 squares for this. They are cool on some cell inside your table. For example, here we remove the option to divide and activate the option to divide again. See what happened. Let's click Split. This option already divided the window into 4 sections. How do you see below? We have 2 horizontal scroll bars and accordingly 2 vertical scroll bars. And this one. To be honest, I'm not sure if you'll ever need this option unless you have a huge table and a very large screen, as visually it looks a bit too much for me, but as you've seen, I can scroll in this rather interesting way horizontally and vertically. Remove the division of the window by clicking again to deactivate this option. And here and here again and again. Okay. I will repeat again that such a division doesn't change the data in your table in any way, but only changes the presentation, how this table can look like. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to my channel. We will have a lot of interesting things to hear. Bye-bye.